Afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to my weekly KLSE Outlook and Stocks to Watch. My name is Fred Tam, and I will be your host today. Before we start, I'd like to do a sound check, so as I will know if you can hear me. Please type into the chat box clear if you can hear me. Is it clear? Can you guys hear me? Okay. I have a clear there. Alex, thank you. Thank you. Thank you and welcome again, guys. Once again, thank you for this opportunity to share with you my views about our market as well as our stocks to watch. Now, before I start, I am obliged to read you this disclaimer. This talk is for information and educational purposes only and should not be construed as a solicitation to buy or sell any of the stocks mentioned herein. The speaker or his staff may have positions in some of these stocks. Trading involves risks, including possible loss of principal and other losses. If investment and other professional advice are required, the services of a licensed professional person ought to be sought. Today, my talk's content is as follows: the usual market outlook, stocks to watch, and Q&A. But today will be exciting because those of you who are watching our stock market today, movements will know that it is breaking out of a flag formation. That is very interesting. But before we go into our market outlook, let me brief you as to the statistics as at 12:30 today. There are 455 gainers, 345 losers, more gainers than losers. Turnover is about 1,878,000,000, and the KLCI is up by 10.16 points, or at 1480.28. Okay, so I'll start off with the market outlook for the day. And for that, I normally use the KLCI. So let's just take a look at the KLCI chart. You're looking at the KLCI chart right now, and my general outlook is now, well, after the elections, the KLCI is usually more bullish than before the election. That is our view and our prognosis. But where were we before the elections? Let's take a look onto your left-hand side of the chart, and you can see that it was in March this year at 1620, and what was a very, very high point. But it dropped all the way down, 15% to 1372 over here. By the October just passed, we were at 1372, and that drops equivalent to 15%, which is very drastic. And you can see why we were in the downtrend since then. You have a lower highs and you have a lower low. And the worst was just over here. Let me just draw a pointer. The worst was at L1 at 1372. 1372. And thank goodness, on the 20th, the Election Commission decided to set a date for our 15 January election, which was on the 19th, and our market went back up again, and for a gain of 71 points at 1413. And so the general election came and the general election went. And our coalition has won. But we couldn't secure a majority. And so there was a hung parliament. A lot of drama unfolded. And this drama should have caused our market to crash. But it didn't, in spite of a hung government. So it is therefore worth noting that even though there's a lot of uncertainty, prices did not fall. That's important. When bad news don't result in falling prices, that means this must be interpreted as good news. True enough. Then the king stepped in 3 days later and appointed Anwar as our nation's 10 p.m. And guess where the market headed? Right up 58 points to 1502, and for a gain of 4%, the highest in 2 years since lockdown on the 20th of March 2 years ago. And it did a pullback to form a flag, and it rested at 1470. That was yesterday. But today, it went up another 10 points to 1480. And if you compare the numbers today and that just before the election, you can see that our KLCI was still up by about 30 over points or 2%. And this is what we meant by we were better off after the elections than before the elections. Ladies and gentlemen, actually our market has changed from what we call a low tide to that of a rising tide. So do not miss this boat for those of you who are following our market. To the chartists, it is a good time to be entering our market. Now, this is the KLCI that went up 2% ever since Anwar became the Prime Minister. What about the mid and small cap stocks? So let's look at the mid and small cap index. We are now looking at the mid and small cap index, which is even more bullish than the KLCI. It is up by 6% ever since Anwar became our Prime Minister. Now, so let me start again from the left-hand side of the chart, and you can see a clear W bottom being formed, making a double bottom, and it staged a U-turn, breaking out of a resistance, and of course we draw it as a channel, okay, and that resistance level is a 17,500 level when Anwar was appointed the Prime Minister on the 21st of November. Now, the index at the current point is clearly above our two moving averages, which is the 50 and the 200-day. So when price or the index can cross the 50, especially the 200-day, it shows that it is mid and a long-term bullish, right? And then it is also confirmed by another of our indicator that we use a lot, and that is the TAD over here. And the TAD gave us three up arrows confirming bullishness. And what's the target? For the target, we use an X is to X measurement, which will peg our next immediate target at 18,930. In short, our short-term trend for the mid and small cap is undoubtedly technically bullish. Now, I think I know about our members, okay, what stocks they are in mostly, and that is in the mid and small caps. And so for those of you who are already in it, congratulations, right? Because short term, at least our market has turned the corner. It's no longer the low tide, but it has turned into that of a rising tide. So our market is at least short-term bullish for the mid and small caps. But does that mean that all stocks are going to go up? The answer is no. Not all stocks will be up. There will still be stocks that are still down there, still haven't got any participation. So even in a bull market, if you pick up or buy the wrong stocks, you still don't make money. And so stock selection is still the key. You must find the right stocks to invest in, even in this bull market. And afterwards, I'm going to show you how we use a scanner to scan through the whole universe of our KLSE stocks today, and as at 12:30, tell you which are the stocks that are uptrending. Because honestly, the secret of making money can be just this. Just buy the right stocks. The stocks, and what is called the right stocks is the uptrending stocks. You need and you must buy stocks that are uptrending, not stocks that are making a lot of money, like Top Glove is making a lot of money, for example, but they are not uptrending. And so we will want to give it a miss and only go back in when it is uptrending. And we call it a change of tide from low tide to high tide, which they haven't yet. And so we shall just give it a miss, right? So what is the secret of picking up trending stocks? There are a few ways. One of the ways of picking up trending stocks is to buy a stock that really has a higher high or higher low. Right? That is a bit subjective, right? Because how do you to determine a high low? Right? You got to go into the individual stocks, and you got 1,000 stocks to do. So that makes it difficult. And so the more objective way is for us to use a moving average, which all of us chartists do. And so we find those stocks that are currently priced that is higher than the moving average, and those are the stocks that are the right stocks. And yet there is another definition of an uptrending stock, and that is we use our TAD arrows. And the three arrows, if they are all pointing upwards, that means the stock is in an uptrend. Three arrows up is a buy signal. Three arrows up is a buy signal. So we just follow the three arrows at all. Three arrows where? In the chart. In the chart, and the chart is a share investor station. And so we have already programmed and algorithms inside there where you just got to click on whichever chart, okay? And the three arrows, if they all appear in the same up direction, that is the stock that is uptrending. What is T? What is A? What is D? T stands for turtle, A stands for atom, and D stands for duck. Again, if you want to know the detailed formula for this, you are most welcome. We will be most happy to teach you. Just come and attend one of our classes or buy one of our softwares will do. Again, three arrows up, technically it's a buy signal on an uptrend stock. Three arrows down, it is a downtrend stock. So let me give you an example. Here is Karimin. Here on top is atom, a turtle, and then the middle section is the atom, and the lower section is a duck. Okay, so your objective is to look for 3 arrows pointing up. And if it does, then that stock is strong. Technically wise, there are more demand than supply, and therefore that is a buy signal if you do want to go into that kind of that stock. So TAD, 3 arrows are pointing up. So we have a buy signal on the 29th of November. And after buying, you take a look at the turtle. Is there any sell signal on the turtle or down arrows? Now, if there isn't, okay, then you just keep on riding the trend. And you can see in this example, the trend keeps on continue to go up, stock continue to climb, and you continue to hold. Would you want to take a profit? Try not to. Because while making money or being a successful trader is all about buying and holding it. Let your profits run, and okay, do not sell until when you see 3 arrows pointing out down. Are there any arrows pointing down? No, until this point. In that point, you have 1 arrow there on top pointing down. What about a second arrow? Also, you see another arrow pointing down, and another. So when you see 3 arrows are pointing down, then that means the uptrend has come to an end. However, temporary. Temporary, I say, because there are times when after you have sold, they can U-turn back up again, in which case you re-enter. But until then, there is a sell signal, so you follow the rules. And then you sold on the 6th of May, 2019. And thereafter, you stay aside. But in this example, there was a U-turn back up again. Therefore, you buy, you go in and re-enter buy again. So if you do follow these rules, what is the kind of profitability that this system will be able to help you to make? The answer is you just take the difference between the 2 prices, and I've done a calculation for you. The answer is the difference is 28 cents in between. You buy at 28 cents, right, on the left-hand side. You sold at 78 cents on the right-hand side. And so you make 50 cents or a 178% gain in 5 over months. Is that a fair return? That comes to 33.9% per month. Well, I don't know about you. I'll be ecstatic if I get such percentages. Yeah, this is phenomenal, and not taking exceptional risks. Okay, like going into a very fast instrument, okay, like that of foreign exchange and that of cryptocurrencies, because over there you use a lot of leverage, and so this is how the test system works. Now let's apply to another example, which is in sign signature. Again, when do you buy? When you have 3 arrows pointing up, you have a buy signal. And that would, in this example, be what, 1 ringgit and 36 cents. And notice, after you have bought, any down arrows from the turtle? No, none at all. So you just keep holding on to it. Don't even have to check the atom and the duck. Only if there's a turtle sell do you check the atom and the duck. They're all buy. That means you just keep holding. The only problem about this kind of system is, you don't have enough patience to buy and hold for 6 months. That's the trouble with some of us, because we are very impatient. We want to make the money. We want to monetize it, capture it, and go over to going to the restaurant, and you're going to have a good meal, right? Meal you can have, but you may take profit if you may, but you need to know how to re-enter and take partial profits. But buying and holding is the key to success. So in this example, right, if you're still holding on to sign signature on the 15th of November, that's 322. And if you take the difference, how much will that be? You take the difference, you would have bought it. You would have made a profit of one ringgit and 86 cents, or 136% in 110 days. That will come to again another 37%, 37% per month. I give you yet another example to show how to use this exceptionally very simple way, method or system, and that is just looking for 3 arrows pointing up, and that's it. And how to look for 3 arrows pointing up in 1,000 stocks, I will show you later. Okay. So again, in this example, on the 20th of October, right, there's a buy signal at 121 over here, and see thereafter, look at how the stock climb, right? Climb. And they climb one day and they go sideways 4 days. Now, those who do not understand about charting, they will see after they have bought and they see the stock not going up in 4 days, and they go and sell it. Because they want to take a profit, or in this case, or just 1 day affair, and then they sold it off. And after selling it off, the stock goes right up again. But if you follow the rules, and we'll teach you the rules, that is, there are no 3 arrows pointing down, no sell signal, you would have made the difference, which is a 53-cent profit, which is 43% in 1.5 months. So here are just 2 examples of how to apply the simple method to make money in our markets. Now, there is a problem, however. What is the problem? The problem is that we all got 1,000 charts, and we want to know what other charts are also giving good signals like this. Sometimes after they have moved for 1-2 months, they just kept there. They stay there. They don't make a new high. No arrows come out. So those of you, okay, you might want to use your money, extra money, to trade in other issues that are giving up arrows. And how do you do that? You got 1,000 stocks to look into. And that's where our trading, the software can do the scanning for you. So we have a scanner. And that's because we have this problem in the stock. We are not trading just 1-2 instruments like a crude palm oil, where we only got 1 product to analyze. Here, we got 1,000 to analyze. Never mind, no problem, because now Share Investor Station, okay, our partner, have helped us build this system, this indicator, and which is called the TAD. Now, I did this in 2017, and honestly, it is by and large a very reasonably, I could say, in a trending market, very profitable system. So this is basically the Share Investor Station. The screener looks like this. Okay, this is a picture of the screener. This is designed by our Singapore company. A Singapore share investor company, and it helps to screen 1,000 stocks for buy-sell signals in less than a minute. I can't demonstrate the screener here, but however, I will demonstrate to you the result of the scan based on 12:30. I did a scan just now after the market closed at 12:30 today, and guess what? These are the stocks that is able to pick up, which is good for the afternoon, and which is picked up based on momentum, based on a buying momentum, is strong enough to trigger a buy signal. And what are they? I'll just show you 7 of them. The first one is SNS, right? This one, for those of you who know about who trades very often, this has been a very illiquid counter. But yesterday it came to life. And yesterday, there was a buy signal, right, at about 21, 22 cents. Today, guess what? Right now is 27 cents. That's a lot of money for a penny stock. Okay, that's number one. So it's picked up by our system, TAD system. The second good counter, right, that has also the signal is Inform. The third one is Coraza. And please take note of all that these counters that I mentioned at the end of today's talk afterwards. Okay, I'll open to the floor and remind me if you are interested to look at this stock, whether and how much, okay, it can, the target price is. Okay, all can be estimated and measured by systems. Now, the third one that we have picked is Emulus. Okay, this is our lovely breakout stock. Then this one you mustn't miss, QES. After I'll show you from what point it started to rally, and this is one of the golden catch. And what is the golden catch? It is when the three arrows are pointing up and all aligned on the same day, then it is called a golden catch. That's QES. Okay? Yes, you remind me and I'll demo to you. I'll pull out the chart. JF Tech, another, it used to be a darling and then it was terrible. And now, believe it or not, it's coming back up again. Should you be so scared of this stock because it, came tumbling down at one point? No, that's what stocks are. They are up, they are climbing up at one stage in their cycle, and then the other stage of their cycle, there is a down cycle. One stage is an up cycle. And so as a trader, you must know when to ride it on its up cycle and get out of it in its down cycle. And then now JF Tech, it's in an up cycle. Why do we say? Because the scanner is telling us in the upcycle. How long this upcycle lasts, we do not know. We need not know. We just go with the flow. As long as it lasts, we will be there. We are in there. We are in. And then when it turns, we turn. The other one, Great Tech. It also was a terrible counter, isn't it? 3 months, 6 months, if you, but 2 years ago, oh, this one made us a lot of money too. Yeah. In April 2020, all the way up to September, October 2023, Great Tech was great. And then it came down, distribution, and guess what? There is reaccumulation, and then I mark up again. Now it's on the way up, believe it or not. So there are times when they are darlings, there are times when they are old mates, and there are times when they are darlings again. Okay. Next one, Usmo. Okay. I mean, I've shown you enough, right? So that's why I say today is a beautiful day, because it's a day where I see so many good signals. Now, and that software to do that, for those of you who are serious and you really want to be in it, okay, and are in control every minute which stocks are breaking out with TAD, this is the software for you. And this is the cost. You cannot have result without effort. You need to put in effort and result. Effort and result. The effort is you need to attend a course. Not two ways about it in a way. Yeah, I will tell you another way to go about it without attending the course. But I didn't tell you this is to teach you how to fish, and you will fish for a lifetime. I have another product which is for those who are BCB and you don't have time to go into and learn these courses. Yes, we have got a newsletter for you. But let's talk about this computerized stock trading course, right? That is the software TAD. And it's 30 learning videos. Okay, we'll give that to you as well. The normal price is 3,000, but we have this Christmas promo and it's going for 1,895. Imagine 1,895. Yeah, you get this program for 4 months. For 4 months. After that, you renew every half yearly. And honestly, 1,895 is your cost. How much can you make with a cost of 1895. It's up to you how big you play in the market. If you play big, you can make 180,000, 1.8 million. If you play small, you still can make 1895, make 1895, which is double your money and all that, because now you have got the answer, and which is the charts and which is the software. Got it? Okay, so that's this product. Now, but then some of you might say, oh, that is still too slow, that product, right? The TAD product, because you buy and there are certain times, maybe 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and there are no signals at all. And, there is no action, there's no income. You want action, you want income. So for that, ladies and gentlemen, I introduce you another product, and which is a fast in, fast out. Okay, so if you want to go in and out within a day, for example, and there are people like that, young people, okay, aggressive, you have the time, you have the energy, you have the concentration, you have the focus, you want to make money every day, but you don't want to carry overnight. Again, every day also is a day where you make the money. Then this is the right course for you, which is the fast in, fast out, getting in and get out. Because markets, even in the bull market, the markets, they're going to go straight up, from 9 to 5 and go open up and then go limit up and remain limit up, the whole day. No, after it has gone up, at about 10 o'clock, 10:30, they will come down again for a profit taking. So it's like a kangaroo jump. The kangaroo jumps up, going back down again. And then about 10:30, 11, it jumps again to lunchtime. And then afternoon, it comes back down until 3:30. And then they come in and pump it up again. And the kangaroo jumps again. So even within one day in the bull market, you see kangaroos up and jump down. And so what this kangaroo technique of ours, which is FIFO, does for you is you buy before the kangaroo jumps up. And when the kangaroo jumps, you just jump with the kangaroo. You already bought. But before the kangaroo comes back down, you are out of that stock, so that you get out, you get in early, and then you get out early, you make the money. And then you wait for stability again at the 10:30 or 3:30 timing, and then you go back in again. That's how you use the kangaroo to make money for you. Even though you have the stock is in a bull market, the stock is in a high tide. Okay, this is how the kangaroo jump is like, right? And so there are times when it's very frustrating because you go and buy, and then before you sell, the kangaroo comes back down, you make no money. Now instead, if you know the kangaroo technique, why not like that? Okay, the kangaroo jumps, and then you buy together with the kangaroo jump. But before the kangaroo comes back down, you sell. And so you make the money. And that's how you use the kangaroo technique. Now we have got this technique which is available. Okay, so for those of you who wants to be more active in the market, every day making 3%, how do you like that? I'm not saying that it is, all of you can be that good. You need to be consistent, and that's the challenge. It's not easy. That's why you need to follow rules. You need to know technical analysis. And so again, a bit of learning, but this is a one-day course. I'll get to it later. Now I just show you some kangaroo examples, right? 3 examples here. Inform. I'm sure you heard of Inform, right? Now in kangaroo stock trading, FIFO trading, you look for mostly penny stocks. I'm not saying that the mid caps cannot, but mostly penny stock, fast stocks, right? With huge volume coming in, because you want to take advantage of that. So step 1. So what is, you need to look for 5 conditions before buying. That's the secret. So our FIFO course, 3 hours of just 3 hours. We'll teach you that with 10 pre-recorded videos, and we'll teach you the five conditions. Step number 2. So the one of them is to look for patterns like this. And what do you do once you find a pattern? You buy the breakout of the patterns. In this example, it's 91 cents. And let the kangaroo fly. Let the kangaroo hop and before it comes back down, you sell it off. And in this example, it's 107. All right. How much you make? Well, you make in this example, 17%. But honestly, your target, your goal per day should be just 3% a day. That's all. And in this example, right, to you an extreme example, but you know this example is the real example because Inform, you all know about Inform, right? Those of you who are actively trading, right? You look at the percentage gains, top gainers, you will see this counter there, now and then. And next, so I will show you another example, which is PTRB. How many of you have heard of PTRB? Right, PTRB. You can say, yeah, you also heard of it. That shows that you are also in our gang, right? The fast market gang. Got right? No, okay, never mind. So now, how do you trade PTRB? Same thing. Look for 5 conditions to buy. Our FIFO course will teach you that, right? And then, of course, one of them is pattern. Actually, here there is a pattern. Those of you who are chartists, okay, and I came to a course before, you know what pattern it is. It is something like rounding, right? Coming down and going back up again. So I've just drawn the resistance only. There is a rounding bottom pattern there. Anyway, we are concerned about the breakout, and there's a breakout here at 46 cents, and that is a buy. What time was it? It's early morning, came early morning, and so we bought it now. Understand this is a one-day trade, so you get out before the day is over, right? At 49, you make 3 cents. So, making 2-3 cents is sufficient in this FIFO method, right? And because in terms of percentages, there's a lot. Even 3 cents in a 46-cent stock is equivalent to 6.52%. You're doing it in 2 hours, right? After that, what you can do is, okay, one strategy is after that you close your laptop, then go down and have a cup of coffee in the Tangka Coffee House, which is in Scott Garden, and we can chit chat the whole day, and then we can talk about what stocks we want to hunt tomorrow. Right? That is one way. The other way is you buy 46, you sell about 50% of it at 50 or 80% of it at 49, and look, in this example, it didn't drop, right? Then you carry over to the next day. And so the kangaroo trade, which is a FIFO, becomes a TAD trade. I repeat, a kangaroo trade becomes a TAD trade. And that is merely by using a longer term time frame chart for a TAD, whereas a kangaroo chart, you're using a shorter time frame chart. That's the secret. Both of them have roughly the same formula, TAD, except that the FIFO does not have the atom in the middle. It has got turtle, it has got dark, and it uses chart patterns. So because over the weekend, some of you are here, you have attended the FIFO course. So you asked me the question, what is the difference between FIFO and TAD? The answer is just no A in the middle, and the time frame is different. Okay, let's look at another beautiful stock here, QES. Very profitable kind of stocks. Have you heard of all these stocks? If you haven't, please come and join us. You got to know us because these are the stocks that make money. Not the blue chips, not this round. They are really flat, right? Consolidating 2%, that's all. But the mid small caps went up 6-7%. Okay. So that's how good our market has become ever since Dato Sri Anwar became our 10 PM. Thank you very much, Mr. PM, for the profit that we have made in the stock market. Okay. And more to come. So coming back to QES, this example, there is a rectangle and it's a breakout there at 58 cents. As I said, okay, you take profit, kangaroo, you take profit on a daily basis. So you are out by 61 cents, you make 3 cents. So an apple a day keeps the doctor away. 3% a day, that's it. I'm very happy with. And thereafter, if it continues to go up, then it is my option to hold part of it as a swing trade. Swing trade means TAD on a daily chart, and we just let it flow. Go with the flow. Let your profits run. That will be the other part, okay, of your strategy. So can you see how these two strategies you combine together? And that's it. That's all you need to learn. How much it is. It's going to cost you less than 5K. That's how much you have to fork out. Hey, if 5K can make you 50K, if we can help to make 500K, if you're 5K, I can help you to make 5 million because you're a fund manager. Is it expensive? You say you don't pay that kind of money. I'm sorry, you know. Then you don't learn anything, you know. Nothing is for free, you know. Good things, Confucius say, good things, not cheap. Cheap things, not good. Ours is pretty cheap, but damn good as well. Okay, I'm going to move on. So this is our goal in a Kangaroo. All right, when you are a Kangaroo trader, you're looking for 3% a day. If I'm a TAD trader, I'm looking at 10% a month. And that's all. You know, that means 120% per annum for the TAD. You know, so yes, we have achieved these kind of numbers. So that's why we're telling you the numbers. It's not out of thin air. This one, every day we achieve this, but to be consistent is a challenge. Right? If you got 10,000, your job is to make 300 a day. 3%, 300 a day. Not very much, right? But if you can do it consistent for 20 days, it's 6,000, no? Better than driving Grab. Okay, you got no overheads, right? You don't have to buy a car, no depreciation, etc., etc. Right? This is the same. So we have an upcoming also. We just did one yesterday, right? But due to popular demand, there's another one coming on January the 8th. So take note of it. If you want to be a scalper, after that, you want to be a swing trader, and that will be TAD. So the two will combine, will complete. After that, if you want one more course, that is to get a diploma. That is for educational purposes. That is for your career purposes. Or you can do that as well. So we got 3 steps, you see, to become a certified chartist, right? FIFO, and then computerized, and then we have got the PCFTA. Fantastic. I'll talk about that later, the PCFTA. But just take note of this. Have a camera, snap it, and all. So on the 7th of January, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. But before that, please reserve early so that you can get the 10 pre-tape videos and go and learn it at home first. And look, if you don't study the 10 pre-tape, you come for the class and no use, you're wasting your time. You know, unless you have some knowledge of technical analysis, like pattern analysis and all that, moving averages, you'll be lost. And that's why the 10 pre-tape videos are very important, okay? So take note of it. And I want to show you, for those of you say, yeah, you sure or not, it works or not? I show you the evidence, okay? This is a Notion traded by one trader, and he or she made 4.12% in 2 hours, right? And that's Notion, that this is the next one. K plus with a capital of 13K, okay, this person made, or is a lady, make 1,000, which is equal to 8% within 10 minutes. You know, I'm not suggesting that all stocks you can get it in 10 minutes, please. And this is not a solicitation as well to buy or sell any of what the stocks that I'm talking about. Just for information purposes and for education purposes, right? Trading has its risks. I'd like you to understand that, right? So here's an example of a right now, K plus nothing to play. You might say, hey, this stock is losing money. Sure, it's a kangaroo trade, buy and sell. That's it, and then you're staying out. Unless it continue to move up, I'll re-enter again. That becomes a TAD trade. Now here, the Great Tech. At one time it was a kangaroo trade, and with 11,000, I make 480. So it doesn't matter if the stock is a 4 ringgit stock. All right, you buy only 2 lots, 4 lots is okay, because we're talking about percentage gain, right? And in 3 hours, you make 480. I mean, it might seem small, 480, but if you times 20 days, you double your money, that kind of thing, in 1 month. So you need to understand the percentages here. And third one, example, is in Coraza. I didn't put the name of the company or the stock name, but this only did, somebody did it and said to us, and it is 2 cents. Now, this shows that just 2 cents you can make money. You can already take your profit already, which is 2.36%, because Coraza is reasonable. Huh? It's how I can't see the pricing of the stock, but okay. And it's 2.36%, it's $200 with 8,000 capital, that's all. So, ladies and gentlemen, so who's ready to take the plunge and sign up and join us for the next course? Okay. So we have got that, which is for those who are really serious and you want to learn how to fish. But there are people who want to learn to fish, but you are a busy bee, right? You are a doctor, you're a professional, right? Yeah, you're a surgeon, okay? I go operating, and then when you come out, you got no time to actually monitor it, all the time. You're an accountant, right? You're a lawyer, and all that. You have your own profession. And then so those courses you like to have, but not now, but you want to have something to give you a guide as to what stock we are following. And that will be the newsletter. So we have a newsletter product, which is actually within very reasonable reach. For those of you who still not sure, not certain that, hey, are you sure not this product can help you make money? Then this newsletter is something to start off with. Because why? It's the lowest hanging fruit. That is the most reasonably. For 250 ringgit a month, you can get to know already from what we write, whether or not, hey, this guy is talking nonsense or what, Are you sure or not? This scanner can scan and do all this. Okay, lah. All you lose is 250 only if it doesn't work, right? Yeah, by all means, I tell you, I got people who, if you're a stock trader, 1 month become 6 months, become 1 year, become 20 years. I got clients that are still 20 years with me and still with me. And even reminds years like that, 20 years ago. So that shows that the product is actually very useful. It does the thing that you want to do, that is make money for you, or at least tell you what stock are moving in an uptrending way, because that's the secret. And look, here are 3 reasons why you buy. So I'm just going to go through very quickly. Timely, it gives you stock information, it is accurate and all that. And lastly, you got a telegram also that is thrown in where you communicate with us every minute of the day. And when we see something moving, we just inform you. How do you like that for 250 ringgit a day? So do sign up with us on this product, the BCB amongst you all who are the professionals. Now, next, I'm going to share with you, this is a newsletter, yeah? So, oh gosh, it was 250 a month, and then now, because it's a Christmas promotion, okay, we are down to 185. Come and grab it before we are back to normal, which is 250, which is still worth it. So with 6 months, we got 1 year, okay, a subscription based. And honestly, I've been doing it for the last 28 years. I started this in 1994. That's when I first wrote this newsletter. Until today, I am still writing the newsletter. Somebody is writing, but I am at the back looking at him or her doing it, right? So that the quality won't suffer. Let me show you another product then, okay? And it's about, hold on a minute. Hold on. So I'm just moving to the next page, and which is lastly the 3 months course. Yes. For those of you, like I say, who want to study and get a recognized world-renowned diploma, then you must come to attend our course, which is starting on the January the 7th. Our STA, or we prepare you for the exams leading to the STA diploma in technical analysis don't belong to us. It belongs to the Society of Technical Analysts in UK. It's like an external exam, like an ACCA exam like that. You know about the accountancy exam, right? And this is the same, but this is the same standard exam as that of ACCA, but this is the ACCA of technical analysis, right? So if you want to have the most recognized qualification, which is equivalent to an ACCA, then this is the course. We prepare you for it. We joint venture with Asia Metropolitan University to deliver the course. We are the top school in technical analysis in Malaysia. Nobody can beat us. 2 out of 3 distinctions worldwide come from us. Of 14 people take, right? 13 passes and 7 got distinctions. About half of them distinction. That is us. So those of you who have got children, right? And then you want to think about what career to give your children, definitely stock market is the right career, right? Because look, it's so liquid. Buy and sell. If you don't like, okay, this stock, you just sell it off. You get your money in 3 days, okay? And real estate is going to take you ages to get your money. And in the first place, even making a profit is hard to come by nowadays until there's an oversupply is glut is recovered. So this is an 18,000 cost, but you pay a down payment of 5,000 and then the balance is 12 installments. Okay, come learn from us. Now I'm coming to the end of my talk, guys. Take note of all these numbers, Cherry and the TAD hotline. Come and register through us. There's not much time because the 3 months course is starting in in January the 7th, and we are closing our books very soon. All right, now I open to the floor for those of you who have any questions on anything. Then any one of the products of ours, I'll be most happy to entertain. And while you are thinking about what to ask me, I am going to go into the share investor station so that I'm getting ready for you to ask me question on what stock you want me to look. And pending that, I will look at QES. Okay, QES. I told you already, this is a wonder stock. This is a golden catch, so I'll tell you why. All right, so let me just so what I do normally is now what you're looking at is share investor station. Okay, can you all see this screen by the way? Please type. You can see the screen, right? So I'm going to pull. So this is Great Tech, right? So Great Tech today is quite great. So we'll look at it, and it's quite a very user-friendly software. This one, see. So I am going to show you. And even Great Tech, oh my goodness. Let's start with Great Tech also can, you know. So here's a drawing tool. And this is a buy. Okay, talking about TAD, right? So we have 3 arrows pointing up. I'll tell you where the 3 arrows pointing up is. This is arrow 1, arrow 2, and arrow 3. Oh, this is like a golden catch as well. Look at that. At the same time. And what's the price that we got this buy? Okay, if you buy at the end of the day, it's 380. Okay, that's the buy price, 380. What's the price right now? It is 531. Look at that. How much you make already, right? So look, 531. Okay, 531 minus 380. 80, you make 1 ringgit and 51 cents, divide by 380, 39, 40%. Oh goodness, since November the 11th, poof, until today. And guess what? Then you might say, oh, don't tell me the past, tell me the future. The future of this one, honestly, nobody knows the future. So we just go with the flow. We are reacting to the chart. We are not, like, well, targeting is one way, but if the targets, they may or may not be hit. If it doesn't hit and come in reverse and give you a sell signal, we must sell. That I want you to understand. We are very realistic. Although we give targets, they may or may not be achieved. In this example, pennant breakout, that's it. So it is on the way up. And as for the targeting of this, what's the immediate target? So I'll be very conservative. I just use this. Just use this first. Use this small rally, right? And okay, and then measure a 1:1, right? This is a 1:1, right? 587. That's the target. So currently it's 530. So you got another 50 cents or more to play, right? Around, right? So that for a 1:1. Okay, Great Tech, isn't that great? Now, what is it that you want? QES, then we move on to what you want. Okay, because I know you're going to ask me Red Tech, so I pull out Red Tech. And sorry, this is not QES, this is QES. All right, look at that. Which one? Please, that system, Kelvin say, that system, the three arrows pointing up, has to be in the same date. You see, not necessary, Kelvin, but if it is on the same date, it's called a golden catch. Now, this QES is the same date. Okay, hold on to it. Look at that. This one on the same date, Kelvin. In other words, even better if it's on the same date. This one, and this one. Can you see that it's on the 10th of November? Hey, many stocks went up on this day, 10, 11, 10, 11. You just now the Red Tech was also around 10, 11. Now, this is an example of a ideal golden catch. Three arrows pointing up, right? On the same day. Okay, what is it now? So, okay, how many percent has it gone up by 50%, my friend? 50% ever since, QES gave you a buy signal. I mean, isn't that great? I mean, if you got a software like that, how much would you pay to get a software like that? It's worth a fortune, isn't it? It depends on how big you play, isn't it? How much is your capital? And if you are there to risk that capital, all right? So you've got, 100,000, 50% is 50K, isn't it? Within 1 month, isn't it? Then you say, hey, not every day is a Sunday. Hey, yes, but our job is to catch uptrending stock. What did I tell you? Uptrending. You never see me catch a downtrending one. Like that, this stretcher, it was downtrending. I won't touch it. How do I know downtrending? You see all the arrows? The arrows are all pointing down. I see. Where got up arrow? Down here. All down arrows, isn't it? Don't touch, You see or not? Oh, yeah. Oh, cannot touch. Oh, here can touch lah. Here. Oh, you might say, hey, here got buy arrow, what? Okay lah, here I sell off already, what? Cut, So here I buy, here I sell it off. Right, wrong? Now, and then here, 1, 2, 3. Yes, okay. You got to buy signal there. Wrong cut lah. You went above the moving average, came back below. Stay out. Pop on the 10th of November. That's it. Can you see how fantastic this software is? So it's how big you play, right? 100,000 in this example, QS, one stock only. You don't need to buy 50 stocks and put it inside there, You'll be confused, how to manage 50 stocks. Now, what stock would you like to have me analyze? Coraza. All right, Coraza. All right. Coraza. In fact, JF Tech is very good. Okay. So after this is JF Tech. Now, Coraza is also good. It's also fantastic. Today there is a breakout. There's a bit of profit taking at the moment. However, the arrow is still up. You see this arrow? That's the first arrow up. Am I correct? Okay, first arrow up from this point lah. If you start from this point, there's an arrow up here, arrow and arrow. And so there's already a sell here. Buy here, sell here, buy back here. Now, buy. It's on buy mode. I'm sorry, technical buy. When I say buy, you need to insert the word technical because we don't look at it from the fundamental viewpoint, not from the P/E ratio and earnings per share. I'm sorry, that belongs to another school of thought. I mean, that's fantastic. It's good we combine the two. But ours is currently, this one is based on just technical. So the answer is there's a buy and partial answer. If you want to know the target, then this whole pattern is called a rounding bottom. And what we can do is we can just take a 1:1, and that will pack the next target at 105, and 116. That's it. Don't talk about a higher target. It's just if you hit this target, you already smiling lah, smiling. Okay, look at that. 1:1, we pack it at 116, right? So Coraza Ekbal is a very good counter, bullish, right? TAD. Now JF Tech. Oh, okay. After that, then over to the next one, right? Can you see that all these stocks that we are picking are uptrend stocks, never a downtrend stock? Okay. And so look, it takes so much of boredom, not boredom, of work out of you, from you, isn't it? What we do. Okay, this is a result of over 30 years of research from me. And that is the amount of time that it took me to realize that the secret to making money in the market is not profitability itself, it's not good enough. It is uptrending. Then the next thing is, how do you define an uptrend? All right, so this one is JF Tech. Can you see that? What is this called? A rounding bottom. Now, there was no volume on the way down. Then suddenly, look at the volumes. Volumes are important. It tells you the players are coming in. Yeah, it gives you the idea of momentum. So now, can you see this? Sell arrows, sell arrows, sell arrows. Now, where go buy? It never tell you to buy, right? Hey, but over here is telling you to buy, right? And this is a golden stock as well, nearly golden now, 1 day out only. And there's a gap over here. So this one, look, it's just coming back again. Look, it was lousy. Look at that. It's really lousy, you know. You lose money, you know, from there to here now, $1.60 down to 60 cents, you koyak, you know, you lose money, you know. But now it's changed. Do you know that this guy has changed? He's a changed man or a changed lady, you know? And from a downtrend, it's gone to a sideways and it's going into an uptrend. I don't know how far up it's going to go. That we can measure and all that, okay, by using Fibonacci and all that. But look, at one time it was a darling. I remember this stock. One time they were good, you know, in year 2000 to 2021. Year 2022, 2021 to 2022, if you die, you play, you koyak, because they are just flipping you left, right, center, up and down, because it's in a sideways trend. And then redistribution, if you are using Wyckoff method, the redistribution here, and guess what? Reaccumulation, isn't it? It's breaking out. Reaccumulation. Those of you who are Wyckoff students, yeah. By the way, I'm also a Wyckoff student. Professor Hank Pruden, the late Pruden, taught me Wyckoff. Very soon, I'm going to come up with a Wyckoff course, because very few of you heard of Wyckoff, okay? Because it's not in the syllabus of STA. That's why we don't teach. But it is useful. But if you got TAD, TAD is all you need, all right? And of course, the Kangaroo method, okay? Now, let's move on to the next stock. All right, so JF Tech is beautiful. Huh? It's lovely stock. Okay, then we can measure the target already. The target of JF here, 1:1. Okay, and that is 112. 112 is the target. All right, next one. Mr. He, Tatsi, Kelvin, PP Jack. All right, PP Jack. Okay, let me just see if the E frame. Wow, Kevin, you're very active, huh? I have a lot of stocks. Okay, now one by one. What's the target price of QS? Oh, just right. Okay, afterwards, you got to let me look at all the questions coming. We got quite a bit today. I mean, understandably, because it's, you know, who's not excited, huh? This is a great market, you know. So look at PP Jack, right? Okay, hold on. Right. So see, it took quite a dip. It took a dip. Okay, it was doing pretty well. There was a buy signal here, right? There's a buy signal here. Can you see the buy signal? All right. So this is a duck, the duck quack duck, Until now, the duck got no sell signal. Okay, you got a sell signal atom, you got a sell signal on what? On the turtle, but no sell signal on the duck. You wait, lah. Okay, I mean, you should sell it off until it can go below. Yesterday was this, then this low. You must go below the low that is your support, which is 54 cents. So now it's 56.5 cents. Take note, 54 or lower, then no good, no good, no good. Until then, it is still a hold. Would you want to buy further? No, no. Because why? It's dropped quite a bit, right? So I let it simmer down, let it go back up again, and let it break the upper side, the resistance, and continuation of the uptrend. Then only we add positions. So this one no more positions, right? Because the drop is quite steep, but it is not the sell, not the sell. There's no sell. So we are very objective. Not those of you who are new to TA, technical analysis, I want you to know that is no wishy-washy here or maybe this and that. If the three arrows pointing down, there were no question asked that one. But if there's 1, 2 down only, actually there isn't. But if you have overloaded too much position you put in, which in the first place you shouldn't be buying too much, then you must know how to lighten your position. Otherwise, your ship will sink very fast. When it's going down, you need to bail out all the water, right? By reducing position, by cutting losses until to a point where you're comfortable. So we have got a PB Jack just now. We have we did QES already, give people a chance. Master, Mr. Nicholas. I'll come back to QES later, Kevin. Master is pretty good. This is like it pulled back, but it rebounded. So what you're seeing is a triangle being formed. So look for a breakout here, And only thing, okay, it's not. Since today there is a rebound, but the volume is not good. Look. This kind of volume, my friend, okay, who's playing master. Look, nobody's playing Maybe you're the only one playing my friend. So even though it's going up, you cannot. If you're playing big, you cannot get out, because you will be making the market. So I would say it's a very illiquid stock, okay. And you can't make very much, whatever, because when it come down, it can come down very fast. All right, the slippage can be a lot because nobody's playing. Look at that, 1,000 lots only. All right, so that's very light volume. So I'll move on to the next because let's say we still have 15 minutes more at most. All right, let me see if the questions are coming in. If not, then we'll just call it a day for now. Can we want to know? This one is, look, when you have got a stock like QES, this is called climbing up Mount Everest. It is in a parabola kind of a curve. Now, parabolic, that means the steepness is actually very steep. It's started off with this 45 degrees. I think it can go up some more. And it can go up. It's going to climb up the mountain. And as it climb up, it's getting steeper and steeper, right? And when it does steeper and steeper, you cannot use a moving average to stop out. You will be too late. You be a heavy casualty. By the time you get out, for example, it's like climbing up like that, okay? And then you use a moving average, and then it comes down like that. Your moving average can only get you here, and you cut your losses here, or or you give away a lot of your profits. It's not acceptable. So what we do under this circumstance is we change our technique of trailing the stock instead of using a moving average or MACD. I tell you that is a lagging indicator. You need to use Japanese candlesticks. Japanese candlestick is a leading indicator. And 1, 2, cha-cha-cha is part of it. That means a 1, 2 bar. So if it's climbing up like that, straight up, you need a one bar to get up is a good idea. 1, 2 bar is another idea. The best is 1. You get out some. If it breaks right through it, break below the second one, get out of it. You know, that's how I got out of stocks like that. You know, that is going up the roof and then coming down the other side of the roof, right? And that's using 1, 2, cha-cha-cha. Now, as to how far up it's going to go, we let the stock go as far as it wants to go. We can use Fibonacci to measure. That's only an estimation. And when it makes an all-time high, okay, there's no more yardstick for you to reference back. So if you go backwards, for example, here there is a reference, which is the old high. So to answer your question, Kevin, your old high is at 1 ringgit or at 97 cents, because that it was in 2021, it did that, right? So let me go backwards. That's the highest high. So look out for this. It's going to test that, right? Which is 96 cents. So the answer that. But if it can go beyond 96 cents, then we are talking about using this bigger semicircle, okay, as a rounding bottom, which means my target then would be about a 130 to 150 level. That will be the next target. If we can break the $1 level, that will be it. So can you see this? It will be a complete analysis on QES. All right. And for those of you who want to know how, you know, you get fascinated by all this and look and doubtful about it, look, it's not invented by me. 100 years ago, there's a guy called Charles H. Dow, okay, he invented or he discovered technical analysis. Before that, that's Munehisa Honma. He's a Japanese, he discovered Japanese candlesticks. I'm merely follower and learning from them. All right, if it doesn't work, it's because I blame them. But if it cannot work, it cannot last 100 years later, people still using it. And the big fund managers all over the world, they are using this technique. So it cannot be that it doesn't work. All right. If it doesn't work still, it's because the way that I use it or somebody use it is using it wrongly. Then don't blame the founder, blame our friends, you know, who use it wrongly, and teachers who taught teachers wrongly. Am I teaching you wrongly? We are doing an STA diploma. If we are doing it wrongly, my students cannot get distinctions. We got 7 distinctions out of 14 people who take 13 pass. Next kind of track record we have. And for paper 2, the world got 3 distinctions. 2 out of 3 came from our school. Sorry, I want to brag a little bit. Any other question? Because otherwise, I'm actually very happy to end this. Okay, I'm ready for the afternoon session. One more question? No? Thank you for explanation. Welcome, Kevin. Okay, so guys, thank you very much for today's session. And if you want to know more about us, our products, do call up Cherry and our TAD hotline. So have a nice afternoon. Thank you very much. Thank you for listening and see you next week. Bye-bye. To be a professional in this line of work, join our professional certificate in financial technical analysis. This certificate course is a 3-month course. You will learn 13 proven modules to enhance your trading strategies. At the same time, we prepare you for the prestigious Diploma in Financial Technical Analysis exams from the UK, as well as the certified exams from the US. You will be in good company
What you will learn from this course is applicable to stocks, commodities, CFDs, Forex, cryptocurrencies, crude palm oil, index futures, and learn how to make profit from up and down markets. Here are the 5 reasons why you take this course. Number 1, deeper understanding of technical analysis and other indicators. Number 2, obtain a diploma in financial technical analysis from world-renowned organizations. Number 3, you might want to be employed in an international brokerage firm, unit trust, or bank. Number 4, you may want to teach technical analysis in universities or colleges. And number 5, you may want to be a renowned author like myself. Choose your learning modes, in-campus or online classes. Now, let me show you our track record since 2007. In 2018, we have a passing rate of 100% for the STA Paper 1 from our 19 intake students. Later in 2019, our students brought in a passing rate of 100% as well for both Paper 1 and Paper 2. Now, let me show you what the other benefits are for signing up with us. Benefit number 1, 13 powerful modules. We'll give you the hard copies and you can keep them, and this is worth 90,000 ringgit. Benefit number 2, you will have access to our TAD system for 6 months, and this is worth 60,619 ringgit. Benefit number 3, you will have access to my daily newsletter for 6 months, and this will help you in your trading. I will tell you which stocks to look out for, and this newsletter is worth 5,000 ringgit. Benefit number 4, you will get 2 advanced trading software, 1 the SI Station with TAD templates, and 2 the MetaTrader 4, and this is worth 25,000 ringgit. Last but not least, you'll be in our Telegram support group for 6 months, and we'll continuously support you with all the help that you need. It is worth 5,000. The value of this course is 185,619. You will have special discounts if you sign up now. So hurry up and register now. Contact our customer support at these numbers.